The beast that thou sawest was, and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition. And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world, when they behold the beast that was, and is not, and yet is. Revelation 17:8. On January 22nd, 2023, Damar Hamlin showed up at the Buffalo Bills Stadium to support his teammates in their playoff game against the Bengals. Damar's entire story has been one big satanic ritual to get the people to worship the devil and his Antichrist. The NFL and the networks reporting the story are all involved.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Notice, the reporters start off this story about Damar by telling us that the time is 6:22.
6:22 is the time this morning. It's time for today's talker. Despite Buffalo Bills losing to the Cincinnati Bengals in the divisional round yesterday, Bills player Damar Hamlin was back in the stadium for the first time since he collapsed during a Bengals match nearly 3 weeks ago. Recovering from cardiac arrest, the Bills safety has cheered for his teammates, as you know, starting from his hospital bed and then from home. But Sunday, for the first time since he got out of the hospital, Hamlin was with his teammates and fans at the stadium. Bills head coach Sean McDermott said having him there was good for all the guys.
Strong's Concordance lists G622 as Apollyon, which means to destroy, to kill, to put to death, to give over to eternal misery in hell. It comes from a root word that means death and destruction.
6:22 is the time this morning. It's time for today's talker. Despite Buffalo Bills.
This was purposefully done in order to connect Damar with death, dying, and destruction. Not only that, but the active participle of the word Apollyon is Strong's G623, Apollyon, the angel of the bottomless pit, the destroyer, Satan. In a previous video, we discovered that the name Damar means of the sea, as a reference to the beast that rises from the sea. We also discovered that the number 3 in Strong's Concordance is Abaddon, the place of destruction, and the name of the angel prince of infernal regions, the king of the bottomless pit. Therefore, Damar has been effectively connected with the beast that rises from the sea, and the names Abaddon and Apollyon, the names of the king of the pit, as found in Revelation 9:11. It is important to remember that Damar plays for the Buffalo Bills, which also connects him with Mithra, the dying and rising god. This then further connects him to the Antichrist, or 8th king, who was and is not, yet is. After Damar's appearance at the stadium, news reports began to surface concerning conspiracy theories that claim Damar Hamlin died and has been replaced by a body double. Hamlin played into the whole clone idea, mocking conspiracy theorists by posing in front of a mural of himself with the caption, "Clone," with a ninja emoji next to it. Ninjas were covert agents or mercenaries in feudal Japan. The functions of a ninja included reconnaissance, espionage, infiltration, deception, and ambush. Ninjas were trained to operate in secret. They were especially secretive about their actions and existence. In like manner, fallen angels, disguised in human flesh, walk the earth in secret, concealing their hidden identities from humans. Remember, in the last video about Damar, I told you that this world is a simulacrum of true reality, an absurd farce filled with demonic hordes of masquerading deceivers who are not ever actually what they present themselves to be. This is the true reason why Damar was wearing a mask and a hood as he was being moved about the stadium in a stealth-like manner, hidden and concealed from view. The date of the tweet, January 23rd, 2023, is 1 + 2 + 3 + 2 + 2 + 3, which equals 13, the number of rebellion. The number 13 also points to Revelation 13, the beast that rises from the sea. The time 718 also hides a secret. Strong's Concordance lists H718 as Arum, which means behold, to see, witness, observe, to contemplate with your eyes, and to discern. In simple terms, the word clone means a copy or duplicate. This points to the Antichrist or counterfeit Christ. Remember I showed you the clip of Whoopi Goldberg playing a medium whose body is taken over by the disembodied spirit of a dead man. Demonically inspired individuals are nothing more than wolves in sheep's clothing, fallen angels who put on the clothing of human beings to disguise themselves in secret like ninjas. The Antichrist is death incarnate, the angel of death in a human body. In Revelation 17:10 and 11, we are told this: and there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was, and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition. The 8th king comes forth from the 7 kings, or 7 heads, of the beast that preceded him. He is a reproduction that is modeled after the other kings or heads of the beast that came before him. However, he will receive the deadly head wound and rise from it as the son of perdition. This is the true reason Obama's logo is the rising sun. While attending the game, notice Damar throws up a hand sign, which looks to be the pyramid hand sign. This is followed by the 666 hand sign. Now check this out. Damar made his appearance at Highmark Stadium. Well, the date they broke ground to build Highmark Stadium was April 4th, 1972. April 4th gives us the number 44 and points to number 44, Obama, the 8th king. Not only that, but this is the stadium for the Buffalo Bills, a team that uses a horned bull as its logo. This horned bull is Baal or Molech, whose name can also be expressed as MLK. This is important because the day Highmark Stadium broke ground, April 4th, 1972, is exactly 4 years and 48 months after MLK was assassinated from a deadly head wound. King was killed in Memphis, which was the capital of ancient Egypt. It's no coincidence then that Tyree Nichols was murdered by Memphis police who beat him severely on January 7th, and his beating is being compared to Rodney King. The name Tyree points to the king of Tyre, as found in Ezekiel 28, who is identified as Lucifer, the angel who was cast out of heaven. This incident happened on January 7th at 8:30. January 7th is 1-7 or 17, and 8:30 or 8 plus 3 equals 11. This was meant to point to the 8th king, as found in Revelation 17:11, which declares, "And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7, and goeth into perdition." The officers involved were fired on January 15th. The following day was Martin Luther King Day. Benjamin Crump is the lawyer for the Nichols family, so we know that this entire event is an orchestrated satanic ritual meant to bait you into reacting. I mean, really, the police had to know that there was a camera above them showing a clear view of them beating this man to death. It appears that the world is being set up to bear witness to the Antichrist's deadly head wound and his subsequent resurrection as the beast that was and is not, yet is, the dying and rising God, the phoenix rising from its own ashes, the beast that rises from the sea. And when this happens to the son of perdition, all the world will wonder after the beast. Therefore, if you have not given your life to the Most High by accepting the blood sacrifice of the Paschal Lamb, Yahushua HaMashiach, which was shed on the cross as a propitiation for the redemption of sins, the time to do so is now. Amen. Shalom.